supported by SQB Studio.
Young people and there are democratic older people, but the majority, from what I've seen, of younger people are democratic liberal, and there are some conservatives, but not as
much.
Hello and welcome to Generational Drift. I am your host, Samantha. Today's topic is within a group discussion with Lisa, who is 60 years old, and Lily, who is 15, in order to discover similarities and differences between them about the political viewpoint based on the age difference. We will discuss current social change that are occurring in America, in addition to how society is handling COVID-19. I begin the conversation with asking both individuals how COVID has impacted their viewpoint on society, and this is what they had to say.
It's kind of let me believe, or led me to see, how many idiots there are in the world right now, or in our country.
Pretty much the same thing. No one knows what to do, and we're given really simple things to get better, and stupid people don't want to do it. Mainly older people, just because they're more conservative and Republican, are kind of don't care about it as much, and I think younger people are kind of well, it's kind of a big deal, you should wear a mask and shit, but nobody really knows.
So you think younger people are more liberal? The purpose behind asking Lily this question was because I wanted to understand what the younger generation are out to be. And her response was a quick,
yeah.
After Lily's statement, Lisa made a great point. 6 million people voted for Biden more than Trump. I think it's just across all age groups that us liberals are, maybe we are the majority here, hopefully.
From what I've seen, of younger people are democratic, liberal, and there are some conservatives, but you're never going to have the same exact views of everybody. And this year, everybody got really aware of that. They're going to have different views, even if it's the same.
Even if it's the same idea or the same goal, what she's trying to explain is that there are different approaches, and because of that, people cannot agree on what should be the best to achieve that goal. This made me think, could there ever be a way for people to find a common ground?
You can't.
You can't? There's just no way?
No.
I'm going to have to agree with her too, because there's just such, like I said before, there's such a huge gap between one side and the other. It's there's no closeness. We almost think alike on some things. There is nothing that we're even close to thinking about. And let's put it on the table. The differences are between Republican and Democrat. That's what our country has become. And it was never really as bad as it was this year. It was always kind of, that was one of the differences, or you were poor, or you were rich, or this or that. Now it's whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, or what they call, us liberals or libtards, and, they all have to be so mean about it. And, we call them the rednecks and the idiots and all that. But there's never been such a huge divide now as there in society as there ever was, from what I remember.
At that point, I decided to mention how I believe that there could be hope for future generations, and people of today and so on can create a better future that would be more peaceful and less controversial.
You're right, though. Can I tell you, what I think the common ground could eventually be is COVID. Because even the Republicans from the beginning who are saying it's a hoax and it's stupid and we're not wearing masks and we're going to gather in mass gatherings, those people are now catching it. And some of them are beginning to turn and realize, this is what's going on in our country. We all need to unite and get rid of this disease.
If, without looking stupid, I try to stand for the moment of silence. Because then there's the other aspect of why I don't like burning the American flag, because of veterans.
But I'm just thinking, because there's the argument right now about whether or not we are allowed to change our constitution, and I wonder what you guys' intake about that as well.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely agree that some of the amendments basically need to be amended.
But the whole thing is written out by all men. It should say all people.
After that response, I asked them who should be the one to rewrite our Constitution.
The government.
Well, my generation.
But it needs to be starting a little bit now, not waiting for your generation. We don't have time to wait.
This has been how two different generations take part on the perspective of how COVID has impacted the public judgment on political discussion. I'd like to thank the participant Lisa, who is an educator, and Lily, who is a current student at a local high school. Generational Drift is a production of SQP Studio. This has been your host, Samantha. See you next time.